Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Wait a second. Mm. Mhm. All right. There we are. Welcome to the second round ENC match. Today we have France versus Italy going on. The favorite in this match, I would say, would be France, since they have, in my opinion, the better team, both individually and in team play. And yeah, let's see how this plays out. This doesn't mean that Italy does not have any chance at all to somehow win this game. It's just way more likely, yeah, that France will do it. Great, I love having bugged things. So, for Italy, we have a lineup for the Germans of 2 Alpen squads, it looks like. And France comes in with 2 Highlanders squads. The Frenchies immediately spawned here on the French right side and are pushing up. There are only like 2 Italians who really can effectively defend this side. And now we have already 1 Frenchie inside. There will be... yeah, another Frenchie coming in right now. Pico trying to defend, but he dies. Now Pino is standing here in the middle, with more Italians pushing up. But the French already got a pretty solid foothold here, on the Italian left side. Cactusita now flanking. And there's only 1 French in on the left middle-ish here. Smoker clearing here the Italian left side up. And they are taking the trench right now. Yeah, as said, I can't really read this scoreboard correctly because it's really bugged out and all. But the Frenchies are here with Bonchol, Humanity, El Sortiboy, and Natch, and yeah. As said, they clearly have the better team in my eyes. Just a little bit more and the trench is already capped. Italians now having a big spawn here on the French left side. And they have managed to take it. And they just have to hold back for spawns. Sorry if I don't talk that much, I just am a little bit sick. So I can't do all the talking. French now spawning on the Italian right side, so this could be a problem because they can now flank this. 1 Italian guy still alive here. And Sergeant Matthews... oh, he managed just to stab Bonchol. She's still alive there. Come on. Well, he's dead. That's for sure. He managed to hold it out quite a bit there in the trench, but he wasn't really able to spawn any Italians in, so he couldn't do anything there. Now the Italians are trying to push from their left side, but they are getting gunned down by the Frenchies, who do have a pretty decent spread here. Yeah, there's just no way they can really push from this side, especially because this side is difficult to attack from. In my opinion, the Italians should really try more towards the right side. Because as said, like here it is really difficult to do something from. We also have, I think this is, yeah, 1 Italian squad going more towards the right. The squad with a bot inside of it. And Carl. Yeah, the Italians have realized that they can't really push there on the left side, so they are trying to switch it up to the right side now. But the French are shooting them down really quickly, so they don't have a lot of chance to push. Now they're trying to get out here, but Bonchol and Smoker picking out the two people who are trying to push. Now they are really crowded in there on the left side, the French people. Like two picking from the middle and two picking from the hill, a third one pushing up on the hill. It's not really spawning really well here. Yeah, Smoker picking out these two people there who spawned in the crater or were camping in the crater. And yeah, it's really tough for the Italians now. It is something that I did expect would happen like this. But yeah, they have absolutely no chance of really getting in the trench, and now they have to defend it. They're not really set up to properly defend because they only have people here now on the right side. So this could become a problem if the French would push here now on the far left side. Yeah, there we have already one running in. Yeah, this side is completely open. And yeah, we have here, I can't read this name, come on. Cheveux de l'Alai. Picking out the Italians who were trying to get him out there, but ultimately failed. And we have Ramiri trying to clear it out here. The French do have this foothold. And they're spawning in more. And on the right side we also have more people pushing in. But... oh no, never mind, there's still someone in on the far right side. Yeah. He's just there behind the Italians. They are all facing this side. Okay, he died. But yeah, this is only the left side here where the Frenchies do have this foothold right now. Right side is quiet now. French are starting to take this trench now. With 5 people inside, slowly taking it away. The Italians not really managing to kill them all there. Although for some reason the scoreboard shows they play 2 Highlander squads. That's not true, they play 1 Poilu and 1 Highlanders. So yeah, everyone praised the scoreboard. Yeah, there's the 2-0 for the Frenchies now. And as said, the Italians don't really manage to get like a proper attack or proper defense up. Karl is now here into the crater, trying to hold this. He does manage to get this foothold in here. So let's see if he manages to spawn some more people in. Still holding it. The French are onto him, trying to kill him now. Still manages to hold it on. He doesn't see the guy standing in the trees, and yeah, there he goes. More Italians are pushing into this right side though now. Yeah, the French only have this 1 player into the far left, but there are more Italians now pushing into the left as well. They've spawned in the middle. The Frenchies do still have the numerical advantage inside of the trench. Oh no, never mind, the Italians are capping it.
We take our position.
And there goes the trench. So now it's 2-1. And it's now trying to clean it out. The last one on the right side goes down, so the Italian right side is now completely French once again. The Italians are stacked into this left side. French have spawned on this right side as well, so they're pushing it in now. And yeah, at this point I think the Italians did have a pretty rough start there. I don't think they were really inside of the game already yet, but now they're kind of picking themselves up. They're managing to hold the line better now. They were kind of overrun now for the first two trenches. Should manage to get themselves together, although we have Monchol here, who just pushed straight through without the Italians really managing to kill him. The French still controlling the right, the Italians the left side of this trench. At this point it is like a sniping game between these two sides. With only like a couple of people in the middle area trying to push each other. Now Pickle Rick also pushing up a little bit more, but they're still trying to like approach this side slowly. They're not trying to rush it, neither side. French are winning the overhand now though. They are flanking the Italian Sergeant Matthews here, lying inside of the trench. And there he goes. And the French have reconquered this trench for a 3-1 score. There's one last Italian here in to the far left who has spawned more Italians. But the French were ready for this. Still trying. There's one French who's trying to flank. And the Italians have been wiped out of the left side now. And there's only Cactusita alive back here. He has spawned two of his squad mates onto this left side trying to attack it. Yeah, they're pushing now this far left. I don't think the French are really ready for this, as we see now, because Cactusita was able to stab the one guy defending this side, and now they're in, getting this foothold now. But we have Bonchol now here getting ready to flank. Manages to get one, but goes down. So for now the Italians do have this solid foothold on this side, with 3 people in. There was one Italian spawn now here on the right side. This could turn out pretty bad for the French, as there is really no one watching this right side. So they are able to get one person at least inside, but the French also spawned on this side. So it is quite unfortunate for the Italian push there from this side. There's only one alive and the last one from the right side is dead. So the only side where the Italians now really are in is now this left side. With 2 crawling on the ground, 1 holding back here. Oh, the guy holding back goes down to Bonchol. Or to Smoker. To Smoker, never mind. No, it was Bonchol, but Bonchol goes down to more Italian reinforcement coming up now on this left side. Oh, Smoker was flanked there by Kiko Viske. So they still are holding on to this left side just barely. And now have 4 players inside and 4 more trying to push up middle left area. It's not really managing to get like a real advantage inside of the trench at this point. Although they are starting to slowly cap it back. What's going on now? Well, capping. It's kind of chaotic at this point because both sides, well, it's not chaotic, but both sides are just sitting in their respective sides. The Italians on the left, the Frenchies on the right, with only like 1 or 2 people from each side trying to get to the other side, and the rest staying back to spawn and to pick the other side off. Here we have now one Frenchie trying to flank the Italians, who are sitting in the middle area. It's actually going for the far left, it's Smoker. The far left has been cleared out, so there are only the last Italians here in the middle. The last Italian, and he goes down, so the Frenchies now have the kind of chance to push the Italians real fast. A lot of them are dead, and they are all spread to this right side. Well, not spread, but clumped up on this right side. There's only one Italian going for the left, but the Frenchies are holding back their attack, probably waiting for spawns, trying to pick off some Italians. But that gave the Italians time to get a proper spread out, and now they are able to defend this left side better. Picklewick now trying to fight these, but he goes down. And yeah. Looks like the French are concentrating their attack here now on this left side. The Italians do still have this really solid spread with more Italians on the left, but that is understandable. Because, yeah, most Frenchies are here as well. There is one now flanking here, and the French are able to get this left side. So now they're gonna hold it back for spawns now, 1 or 2 people, and the rest should be pushing. The Italians are pouring in now from the right side. The middle area has now been cleared of Italians. There's only one Italian left here in the finger, who should be going down. It's Carl. Yeah, he goes down to Netch. And the Italian spawn has been on the right side now, but the French are able to pick the Italians off from this tank area here. And yeah, there's just... Okay, there has been a bigger Italian spawn now. And they should be able to get this guy in the finger. Yeah, there he goes. Now the Italians still have full control over the right side, and the Frenchies have full control over the left side. It's a little bit of a fight going on beneath the tank, with one French person pushing through. He manages to get the Italian there standing behind the trench, and it has been nearly completely emptied. There's only one Italian person holding this side, with more Italians pouring in though now, as they had to spawn on this right side. French are able to clear out this side now, but there has been a new spawn on the left, on the French left, from the Italians. They are able to get in, but the French did capture this trench for a 4-1 scoreline. Okay, my opinion on the game is that for now it is, as I expected it, a really solid French appearance. I already said that the French do have the stronger team of the both. I thought the Italians kinda were getting it a little bit back together when they were getting this 2-1 score out, when they recaptured their trench, but after this they just broke down again, and the French were able to overwhelm them. The Italians are not really able to get, it seems to me at least, they aren't really able to organize themselves properly. They did have some good spreads there on their last trench now, but it really is, yeah. Well, in the end it comes down to individual skill. The French do have the more skilled players in both teams. The Italians really only here having Karl Wolf, who gets over 54 kills, which is really good. But besides that, there's only Pino who gets 32, 33 kills for now. The French do have a better overall score of their kills. Though the Italians are able to get now this French left side. There are two Frenchies trying to retake it, and there has been a French spawn on the left as well. It really looks like the Italians should be able to hold this out for a little bit longer at least. Maybe to get in a couple of spawns. Yeah, there goes the spawn. And they could retake this trench actually. Which makes me stand there like an idiot because I said they couldn't organize themselves properly. Smoker goes down in the middle, trying to fight the Italians back. And it looks like the Italians should have this one. Although the French are able to defend it, it looks like it at least. They have an equal amount of players inside of the trench for now. Though the Italians now have a one-man advantage inside. And the advantage is gone now with the French able to clear it up a little bit and pushing in. There is an Italian attack now here on the French left, the Italian left, sorry, but they aren't really able to get it together on that side, and the French are able to clear out this Italian foothold here on the Italian right, and it has been a team wipe. So there really was a good chance of the Italians to really be able to capture this trench, but the French were able to repulse them. And that has been the first round of this ENC match, with the Italians losing to the French 4-1. Most kills of this match goes to Karl Wolf, I think, with 59 kills, yeah. And we're probably gonna have a short break now of about 5 minutes until we go into the second round. I expect the Frenchies to win the second round also with about a 3-0 or 4-1 maybe scoreline. But they should be able to dominate the second round as well. Just waiting for the Frenchies to confirm that they're having a break, or the Italians. Then I could eat my baguette and then we could go back because, yeah.
Hold the line, lads!
Okay, yeah. It looks like they are having a break of 5 minutes now.
Hold your ground, lads!
So I'll just mute myself. I'll let you guys watch how they just do the warm-up between those 2 rounds and we'll be right back afterwards. Alright, I'm able to comment now again. We're still inside of the little 5 minutes break pause of both teams. There has been a question, are blue French? Right now, the French are on the German side, so yeah, the blue outlines, you could say, are the Frenchies. French are gonna play Germans, the Italians are gonna play Entente now. My scoreboard is still bugged out, so I'm sorry for that, but yeah, blame M2H for doing this to me and to us. Hoping they're gonna start now soon again, so that we can go into the second round. As I already predicted previously, I expect the Frenchies to win the second round as well, pretty solidly. With about a 3 trenches lead. They should be able to push the Italians back all the way. I have high expectations of them. I hope they don't let me down. Okay, they are just waiting for one guy to join. Looks like he has joined, and we should restart now. Okay, there we go. In this first phase, I think the Entente should attack first, so... yeah, I think the Entente attacks first now. We're gonna see. Okay, my scoreboard has been fixed finally, so we're able to get a proper look at it. The Italians are gonna attack first now. So if they do their job well, they should be able to get in. They spawn on this right side. It looks like they are holding back, although they are on the attack phase. They are maybe going for picking. Maybe to be able to kill some French people. I don't know, it seems kinda weird doing this at an attack phase. There's now one Italian attacking, there are now 2 Italians attacking. But the rest of them are just all staying back. Maybe giving backup to these 2 people, I don't know. But they are slowly getting into gears. But in my opinion, it was too slow. They should have already attacked a long time ago. And at this point, the French are able to set up a proper defense with a very good spread now. And they have wasted their chance to get an early capture with a forced push. So as expected, yeah, we have them now. The French are setting up a really solid defense here. And they shouldn't let even one Italian get in at this point. Although the French spread was really off now, and the Italians spawned on this side where there was basically no French person. And we have a little bit of a foothold now going on here. That was a mistake from the French. Now really overcommitting to this French white side, putting way too many people over there so that the Italians were able to get this one person defending this left side and getting in.
We have a recon plane overhead!
There has been a question posed why no one took American automatic rifle M18. It is allowed. Indeed, it is allowed, but the Americans are considered to be a bad squad, mostly because of their inferior iron sights. And the recon squads are overall just a better pick for competitive matches. The French now are able to slowly clear up this foothold of the Italians. Yeah. And there's just one more holding out here in a really disgusting spot. He's like just inside of the trench.
Hands on the way!
He could hold this for quite a bit of time if he stays there and doesn't say a word and doesn't move. But he has been spotted and he goes down, so now the French have the chance to attack. With not a lot of Italians really alive, they have spawned now in this kind of middle area over there. But this left side is completely open. So if the French push now, they should be able to get a proper foothold, which they do now. And all of the Italians being situated on this Italian left side. Yeah, this side was completely left open. So the French have really an easy job getting in there. We can see now a couple of Italians trying to flank, but they do go down there. Yeah, there we are. And the French should already be starting to slowly cap this trench. Yeah, they have started it. But the last French goes down, so the trench is now completely clear of French people again. But they have been able to push into this Italian right side. And there's Pickerick pushing into this side, but he goes down. But there's also, I think it's Bernanos, I don't know, they always change their names, who was able to take down both, but he goes down to another Italian as well. The left side should be clear, but the right side, the Italian right side, has been lost. As some French people were able to push in here, 2 of them to be exact. And they are now spawning in one more, and another one. Sorry for this grey screen right now, but okay, there we go. That was a bug. There are only 2 Italians holding this far left side. And the French are picking from this middle area. They should be able to get him. Netch stabs Carl there. There has been a spawn now here on this French right side. And it looks like they are able to kind of hold this position a little bit. As the French from the no man's land are trying to pick them, but they haven't been able to get them all yet. Now they've got them all. And there has been an Italian spawn in this middle area. They are able to push back in. But the French are reacting quickly. They have these 2 people on the haystacks now aiming towards the middle area.
Eyes up! Enemy incoming!
And it looks for now as it is really even between both teams in the trench.
We have a recon plane overhead!
The French now do have the upper hand.
Forward! Forward!
But not for very long. as two of the Frenchies do go down there. But they still have more people in. They should be able to get these last Italians out of this far left side. But a new Italian spawn happened on this side. So they are able to just barely, with a little pick, to barely hold on to this trench and slowly start recapturing it without losing it yet. Which is good news for them. The match is kind of devolving again into a picking side between both, between a picking match between the both sides. But that is to be expected in Aisne with these long trenches. I mean, we have this middle area which is completely left open and just both sides shooting at each other. There are like sometimes one or two people who are going for a flank, like right here on the French side. But all in all, they are really staying on their side, not moving a lot. Now the French have started to cap it again. Yeah, they are slowly recapturing it. Well, not recapturing, but capturing it. Italians are still holding out. Looks like a pretty even kind of match for now. If neither side really manages to get the other one out of their entrenchment. Still have this hillside in the middle, which is dividing this trench between the both sides. The French now trying to go for a flank, but the Italians have it covered and they were able to gun it down. So there's gonna be nothing, there's gonna be no flank. We have the French now pushing in. They were able to take out most people now in the middle. And we have some French people who were able to get into this Italian side of the trench. And we have now this Bernanos, who was able to get two more, but he goes down. I'm just gonna check if it really was Bernanos. Yes, it was Bernanos. We have now one more Italian person lying down, but they have lost the trench. French were able to cap it, and they should be able to clean out now this last foothold with an amazing spawn, which was quite lucky, to be honest. But yeah, there we are now. French were able to get this trench after, to be honest, which was quite of a good fight from the Italians. They were able to fight it off for quite a couple of minutes there, but in the end, like one good individual action from Bernanos there, and they were able, the French were able to really get on this Italian side and disrupt their defense. The Italians now, however, are trying to push into this French right side, which is really lightly defended, with really only one guy holding it, but he's able to hold it quite well, and French reinforcements are turning up. But not without Bot getting inside of the trench, but he goes down to Bernanos. So yeah, the French spread for now is not good, in my opinion. They have left this left side completely open, which they do realize now. But they were lucky because really no Italians spawned there or attacked there. So the spread didn't really matter. But the Italians are able to clean out this French right side and now are able to get in there. Maybe getting out of foothold, but the Italians are pushing back really hard. and it has already been shot down, this attack. And the last Italian who was kind of sitting behind in the woods has been killed, and that was a team wipe, I believe.
We have a recon plane overhead!
Terran's really struggling to get through these woods now. So yeah, at this point, so far, I do still think that the French are the stronger team, that the French are the stronger team. But as said, it isn't really as solid as the first round anymore. As at this point, there's only one Frenchie holding this left side, and the Italians are able to get a foothold in there. So we have now one staying back and one kind of pushing a little bit forward to pick off the ones rotating over through the middle.
Attack, lads!
They're now gonna hold this tank position, which is a really strong position to have.
Eyes up!
Plus there are some more Italians putting pressure on the French right side. And if they push up now, it could get really hairy for the French.
Take our position!
Yeah, as we can see now here, there's only one French alive and he's standing back here. This kind of middle area in no man's land. And the Italians are all pushing up and now capturing the trench back.
Reloading! Watch my back!
There has been a French spawn though now on this left side, which is not well defended by the Italians. But the French were hesitant in pushing in, so they have lost the trench. But now really quick, they have started to recap it once again. Yes, it looks like they should be able to cap it a little bit more. But there has been an Italian spawn in this middle area. The French foothold on the right is really solid though, and they have gone down this entire spawn. And there's only, like I think, one Italian, yeah, in here, this middle area, and one on the far left. And that is all. So I think the French should be able to recap this any second now. And there we go. Indeed, they have been able to recap it. With the Italians being in this kind of middle position, which is a really difficult one to be in. What time at the Russians with? The Russians, they have played yesterday against Benelux. The kind of timing has been switched around a little because there has been an issue with, I think it was Team Germany not able to play. So this is gonna be the last match for today. There's only gonna be this one game, which is gonna be played. Else it would have been at 9 PM. CEST. Now we have the French controlling this right side again and the Italians controlling this left side with a little foothold. It looks like the Italians have slightly more players inside of the trench now. The last French inside of the trench, haha, goes down. And the Italians are recapping it. And there it goes for the 2-2 recap. The French, though having a really lucky spawn down this right side, they are able to push in here and they should be able, yeah, to get this Italian on the far right down. So now we have switched sides. French are now on the left here and the Italians are on the right there. And we have devolved to this same picking game we see all the time here in N, with like this middle area in the trench being left open and both teams just shooting at each other. Looks like the French are, no, the Italians actually, sorry, are slowly gaining the upper hand. Never mind, the French push back now. But yeah, as said, it is just a stalemate between both sides at this point. The Italians having a solid foothold and the French as well. But now the French have a numerical advantage inside of the trench, so they slowly are starting to capture it. But yeah, they are losing it back, because now the Italians have more people in, and yeah, it is always the back and forth which is going on now. Though the Italians, if they push now, they should be able to get the French out. Or maybe prevent the spawn and then get them out. There's only one French now left inside of the trench, but there has been a huge French spawn on the right side as well. And maybe they are able to push it back, to get back in here. Indeed they are, because there was really no Italian holding this side, it was completely left open. Italians now slowly losing the trench again, but as said, this is a way more solid presentation from the Italians than I honestly expected them to have. So I guess, yeah, well played for you. The French now starting to capture it though at quite a fast pace. There's only one Italian left. This far right side.
We're not giving this up without a scrap.
And there goes the trench for the 3-2 score. There has been a small spawn of Italians, but they have all been either gunned down or stabbed. So at this point it is completely clear once more. Yeah, there has been an Italian spawn on this kind of wide middle area, but it's gonna be difficult once again to push through here because of these strong positions which they hold. And it is really difficult to push through there, indeed. So there is one squad of Italians who are trying the French left side to maybe hope that it is a weaker side, which it is indeed. If they manage to get down this one French guy holding here on the far left, Je suis alive, if they get him, they would have been able to push through, but now there is backup from this tank area. But the backup goes down, so it's just on him. But there has been a French spawn on this area as well. So a really lucky spawn there, probably preventing an Italian foothold. Now the Italians are slowly pushing into this right side though, getting close here. The last French on the far right goes down, but there is reinforcements coming this way. They are able to get this Italian just before entering. Soldato Rambaldi, I think it was, who was killed. But the Italians have been able to push into this far left side though. They're able to get this tank position, which, as mentioned before, is pretty crucial in my opinion, because you have this really nice view over the trench.
Reloading, lads! Watch my back!
Pino goes down to a really nice airplane bomb there. And the French now spawning on this side, so it looks like, yeah, they are gonna be able to push all of the Italians out of this French left side and to hold this trench possibly, though we do still have this Italian foothold on the right side. And yeah, the last French squad is now here on the left. The other squad is trying to push into this right side. They are getting in. They have killed the one Italian defending that side. And they are able now to kill the reinforcement trying to help out there. And it looks like it's gonna be this game again between the both sides, with the middle of the trench being the no man's land. Though there's now one French guy flanking, should keep an eye on him. They're actually doing a pretty massive push now through this middle area. And the Italians were able to recapture this trench for a 3-3. But the French, as said now, they were able to push through here and they are killing them at a really fast pace. And that is a team wipe. So the French should maybe be able to recapture this. Italians spawn here in the middle, but as said, it is a really bad position to be spawned in, as you can be shot from both sides, so the French were able to recapture the trench for a 4-3 scoreline. With 1 more minute left to play, I think it's fair to say that the French are gonna take this round as well, but only with 1 trench difference, which kinda, yeah, makes me stand dumb there for saying that the French will be able to win this 3-0 on the second round. I expected the Italians to be kind of more demotivated at this point, because they have lost this first round with a 3 trench difference, being pushed all the way back. But they were able to get themselves together quite well, putting up a really nice fight. But ultimately the French were able to win this as well. The last few seconds now being played. And there we are. The French all in all winning with a 8-4 scoreline. So yeah, this was a really good match. The first round was kind of fast. Well, not fast, but yeah, it was kind of a pushover from the French side there. On the second round, the Italians putting up a good defense and all. But it just was not enough to win. So yeah, the next rounds are gonna be played on Saturday and Sunday next week. I'm just gonna check the timings real quick, and then I'm gonna stop the stream. So next week it's gonna be at 7 CEST on Saturday, the Nordics versus the Italians. The same day at 9 CEST, it's gonna be the French versus the Russians. And then on Sunday at 7 CEST, which has been postponed to 9 o'clock actually. So at 9 o'clock on Sunday next week, there's gonna be Great Britain versus Benelux. So yeah, I hope you have a good evening and hope to see you in another stream.